All right, then I'll be editing this a little bit, but I am just going to have you start with introducing yourself and tell us a little bit about the path that brought you to where you are now as a second year PTA student.
Okay.
So you kind of have a different path than a lot of people, so.
Yes, I do. All right, so I'm Tammy. Did I say my last name?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
I'm Tammy Hamilton, and I came across this path because back in 2000, I had a friend who mentioned that she was looking into becoming a physical therapist, and I was like, well, what is that? And she gave me the information, and I looked it up online, and I was like, well, that looks really cool. And then I ended up getting married and then having kids, and then I just kind of put it off, and then finally I just wanted to go back and become a physical therapist.
All right, very cool. So it's been a longer road for you than a lot of people. So you said back in 2000, so
Yes.
and you're now almost done. Like
Yes.
you're almost to the end of this. So kind of exciting for sure.
Very
So
exciting.
are your plans like after graduation? Like what are you thinking about doing? And you mentioned physical therapy. Are you going to want to go on to get your PT degree at some point, or what are you thinking?
I don't know. So I'm gonna start with PTA
Mhm.
first, and then I'm really interested in neuro. So I've got to work with some stroke patients, and when I first started in the program, I'm like, I want to do peds, and then I started working with neuro patients, especially stroke patients,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh, this is really exciting. So that's kind of the road I want to go now. I think I want to go neuro.
Okay, very cool. Well, what would All right, Brian, I wouldn't mind if you could just to introduce yourself to us and tell us a little bit about the path that you took to get to where you are as a second year PTA student.
Okay, I'm Brian Luxshader. I went to college before this. I graduated from Otterbein University. I was there for 5 years, so a little longer than usual. Graduated, I had no idea about this at all. I went to look for a couple jobs. I majored in exercise science, so I did personal training for a little bit, and I didn't really. I liked it, but not. I feel like I could do more with my knowledge. I felt like I wasn't using all of it or learning as much as I wanted to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked for other jobs. Nothing really I enjoyed. So actually, my mom was looking online. It was like, "Have you heard of this physical therapy thing?" I was like, "Well, I don't want to go physical therapy school because I've been in school for 5 years already. I need something shorter." She's like, "Oh, PTA." And then she pulled up Marion, and I investigated, and then I started the whole process. So it was kind of by accident. Like I didn't even look for it. She looked for it. She found it, and that's how I got here.
Mom to the rescue.
Yeah.
So, and you're from Powell
Yeah,
area,
Powell,
right?
Ohio, right by the Columbus Zoo.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So how long is that drive for you?
About 40 minutes.
That's not too bad. How have you enjoyed the commute since you're...
It's a boring drive.
I'm sure.
But I haven't run into traffic, so better than what I thought.
That's good. That's good. So have you had experience with physical therapy yourself at all, or not? How
Yes,
did you
so
learn about
I
it?
injured my knee in college when I played soccer, and I did PT for a sprained MCL. So I really liked that aspect. I thought it was really interesting how they worked, and I liked everyone liked each other at the clinic. It was nice, small. I liked the small atmosphere, and they got me better pretty quickly. And I just thought it was fascinating all the things they did, not knowing anything about it. Just like, wow, that's really cool.
Sure.